Hey everybody, it's the Bald Man once again, and I'm going to have a short little video on the bank balance sheets and the money multiplier. I'll probably do another one or two this weekend on the same thing just to give you guys more to look at. All right, so here we have our T account. We have $50,000 in demand deposits, $20,000 in owner's equity under liabilities. Our reserve requirement is 10%. So under the asset side, we have 5,000 in required reserves. Why 5,000? Well, 5,000 is 10% of 50,000. The rest goes in excess reserves, which gives us 45,000 in excess reserves, and we have $20,000 worth of bonds. All right, so suppose we give out a $40,000 loan, right? We still have $70,000 here. We need to move cash around over here. Part of the excess reserves goes into loans. We still have $20,000 in bonds. We have $5,000 in required reserves, $5,000 in excess reserves. If we add them up, what do we get? We get $70,000. So we know we're still okay, right? So the first question here is, how much money can be created through the $40,000 loan? So we need to find our money multiplier first. We said our reserve requirement was 10%, so it's going to be 1 over 0.10, which is actually 1 over 1/10, which means my multiplier is going to be 10. 40,000 times 10 will give me 400,000. But the question is, how much money can be created through the $40,000 loan? And we can't say it's 400,000 because the original 40,000 already existed as part of the money supply, so we have to subtract that. And we're going to wind up with an additional $360,000 that can be created through this loan if the money multiplier is 10. Right, so we're going to keep moving. This time, the Fed is going to come in and they're going to buy the bond. So we no longer have $20,000 worth of bonds. What are we going to do with that money? Right? We still have 70,000 over here, but on the liability side, we still have 70. But as of right now, we have $50,000 in assets. So what are we going to do with the $20,000 bond that just got bought by the Fed? We're going to put those in excess reserves. Why do we not include anything in required reserves? Well, that was owner's equity. None of it came from demand deposits. Only demand deposits are required to have required reserves. Nothing that the owner owns is. So they're going to stick the entire amount, $20,000, into excess reserves. So, right, how much money can be created if the bank loans the $20,000 from the bond out, right? So if the bank loans that $20,000 that they got from the bond out, how much money could be created? Well, we need to multiply the $20,000 times the money multiplier, which is 10, and we're going to get $200,000. In this particular case, do we need to subtract the original amount like we did last time? This time the answer is no, because that money did not exist as part of the money supply. It was a bond. So in this case, we multiply the 20,000 times 10, and we get $200,000, and that is going to be the correct answer. Like I said, guys, I'm going to release 2 to 3 more of these. I'm going to keep them nice and short so I don't overwhelm you with information. If you have any questions, please send me a message on Remind or drop a comment down below.